1, 2, 1, 2.
Coach, ultimately, what was the biggest jump from week 1 to week 2? Which, like, the defense against a good offensive team, obviously.
I mean, it was good to get those 2 turnovers early, Ty. Really nice job, getting the ball, to the offense on the plus side of the field, gaining some early momentum. But we've got to be better. Like that was, you got to look at the tape. But from what it felt like on the field, we got to be able to tighten down on the edges of the defense, and both against the pass and then the runs that got out, were edge issues, and so we got to get those fixed.
It seemed like the tackling in the secondary struggled today once those Ole Miss receivers got out there. Was that something in the game plan or just something they did well?
No, that was something that we knew going in. I mean, that's no different than the last 2 times we faced Ole Miss. We know it's going to be hitch tackle. Obviously, it was worked ad nauseum this week, but it's way different, doing it in practice versus doing it in an SEC receiver. But those are plays that we have to make, and our guys know that they need to make those.
Brad, how bad you guys probably wish to have that one back on 4th and 1 there. And Mark talked about it seemed like you guys thought you had it and somebody lost the assignment there.
Yeah, frustrating, because it was, something we actually worked that exact formation and play in practice, and, thought we had it, in the heat of the battle, and they're a good football team. They did a nice job of getting lined up, doing it with some tempo. The thing that was really frustrating is they sort of showed the formation because with the illegal snap there, or moving with the center when he moved the ball forward, and they sort of reset it. So, I think that was a huge momentum changer in the game. I think at that moment it felt like we were in, control is probably a strong word, but like the guys were comfortable with the pace. They were playing well. They obviously had the 2 turnovers. We had a chance right there to get the ball to the offense on the plus side again if you make that stop. And then if we make the tackle, at the end of the day, they're going to make plays. They're good. We're playing good players. But you make the tackle there. We missed the tackle after we tried to knock it down instead of just securing the tackle. And so then it goes for another 25 or so yards. And that feels way different, if you're on defense instead of staying, up in the 35-yard line range. Now all of a sudden you're down there near the 15 or the 10 or wherever that ended up. So plays that we need to be better at, but really proud of their effort. I wish I could have put them in some better situations at times. They had some tough downs that they did a nice job with, and we knew they were going to make plays. We had to try to limit them. We didn't limit them enough.
Thanks. Brad, can you just talk about...
Oh, sorry. Let me get you, Preston.
And I probably, if you say a question here on my side, I'm listening, but I probably won't look at you. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Devin, just what's the mood in the locker room like after a game that felt like you all had a chance to win?
Optimistic, I think, is the best way to describe it, because obviously we want to come out every Saturday and win. Like, that's the end goal every time. But when you sit down on the sideline, and we've been blessed with the opportunity to watch the film as we get it, you go through it on the sideline and you're like, shoot, like, this is fixable. This is nothing that is detrimental to ourselves as a defense, as an offense, as a program. Nothing is detrimental. So I think looking at that as a positive is really beneficial for us.
Do you feel like you guys played well enough as a defense to get a win?
No. I think that we did some really good things on film, and I think that we're going to turn the tape on and be happy about some things. But, I mean, the bottom line is they scored more points than our offense did, so the answer is no.
Coach White talked about, he said, on that 4th and 1, he said that you guys had the formation snipped out because the center re-snapped, like having to move the ball. Yeah. Just how deflating is that when they get that for such a big chunk when you had the formation snipped out?
It doesn't feel good, but that's not really in my like area. Like I can't control that, you know. You just gotta sit it back down and rerun it. Whatever. If it was a bad thing, if it was a good thing, it's out of my control and it's out of the defense's control. So just can't do nothing about it.
What were the one or two things Ole Miss was doing that surprised you so much? I know you guys prepare for their tempo throughout the week.
Nothing. Truthfully, they ran everything that we knew that they were going to run. We need to execute better.
Both their running back and their wideout made big plays throughout the day.
Tackling, execution, that's what it boils down to. We got to get the ball to the ground and we got to execute when we're supposed to execute.
It seemed like you guys won a lot of plays, but the chunk plays really hurt.
Goes back to execution, you know. Got to execute, you got to tackle, you got to finish, you got to get the ball to the ground.
In the last couple of years, it's been really hard for y'all to get wins at home. What do you think is going on there, and how important do you think it is to get that reversed?
I don't want to sound like a broken record, but, you know, execution. We execute, we don't have this issue. We make plays when we're supposed to make plays, we don't have that issue. We get the ball to the ground when the ball needs to get ball to the ground, we don't have those issues.
How big were Ty Bryant's interceptions, especially to get some momentum going early on in the game?
Yeah, they were huge. They were big momentum changes, and it gave us a lot to look forward to. And, you know, that's really the best two things I can say about it. When somebody can do those type of things and put the ball back in our offense's hands, like, we got to continue to build and take advantage of it.
Thank you.
It felt great. It felt amazing. Trusting all my hard work, and you know, it pays off. Hard work really pays off. I wish we got the win though. But,
the defense played really well early on, got a lot of stops, and obviously the 2 turnovers. What do you think was working well early, and what kind of happened later on in the game, you thought?
I mean, I just feel like we were playing with a lot of energy. I mean, I feel like our energy stuck throughout the whole game, you know, just, you know, mistakes, like little things like tackling and stuff like that. But, I mean, when we go back to practice on Monday, we're definitely going to get, you know, that's going to be a key emphasis, and we're going to fix all of that.
Gusta was in the quarterback's lap on that first pick. How much easier is your job whenever you got to rush like that?
Hey, man, shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. But it's really easy. You know, I just get to sit back there and, you know, just spy the quarterback's eyes and stuff like that. And he makes it difficult for him. He makes it easy for me. So.
What'd you see on the second pick, though? Because that one you did have to do a little bit more work.
Yeah, so on the second one, really just like I was kind of just playing like a whole safety and stuff like that. So I was just like, we was actually counting on like one play to happen. And then when it didn't happen, I kind of just like run up the hash. And I just seen the ball right there. And I was like, oh, he might throw me another one. And he did.
Did you think you were going to house any of those?
I did, both of them actually. And it's funny because I just got done telling somebody this story, but to Ryan Nichols, number 20, that's my dog. We do everything together. So in May, when we was working out in the indoor, every time we do deep ball drills, I used to tell him, or I used to just try to like do what I did today, like reverse the field and, you know, try to do some crazy stuff. But I told him today, I was like, and we was still the whole time, I'm like, if I catch one, I'm gonna hit the near sideline and I'm gonna just try to run, just score. Obviously, I did not do that. I caught it and tried to reverse field and do all the theatric stuff. But, yeah, I thought I was going to have both of them, honestly. But the second one I slid because I just seen 3 big dudes right there, and I was like, yeah, I just get down.
Ty, is there a pressure that gets on the defense when the offense is kind of struggling to score points?
Nah, no, sir. I wouldn't call it a pressure at all. I feel like we thrive off of that. Like, you know, every single day we come out here, we get to play ball, and we live to see Saturdays. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's another opportunity for us to go out there and, you know, compete and, you know, just have fun. I mean, we all love the game of football, so we get to play it. So I feel like that's how we view things.
Ty, it seemed like the defense played well on a lot of plays, but the chunk plays really hurt you.
Yes, sir. I just feel like, once again, though, it's a tackling thing. We just got to get the ball carried to the ground by any means necessary. And, you know, like I said, it's going to be a key emphasis this week. And we're gonna fix that and get back to work.
Was the biggest difference between Ole Miss this year and last year the tackling on the perimeter?
I think, I don't know. That's a good question. I really don't know.
I tried to ask one of those.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to say yes or no because I don't want to see like you know, I'm pointing the finger at anybody. But, I mean, yeah, I don't know.
It's been I think it's like 9 straight losses against Power 4 teams at home now. How much do you all feel like to keep the fan base engaged and stuff? You gotta win some of these at home. I think
trust me, it's tough. It's tough for them. It's tough for us because we prepare hard throughout the week, and we've done a lot more things this year than we have like any other year that I've been here. This is my 3rd year, but like yeah, I mean, we've done a lot of things differently this year, so it is hard. But I just asked them just to, just stay with us. I mean, we're going to see the sun again, and don't let this one loss define us. And that's what I'm going to tell all the guys on Monday, because I mean, everything that we want is still right ahead of us. We can still bounce back from this.
How much did DJ? Coach said that he went out on Wednesday. Did that change a lot of what you all had kind of going into the game plan?
No, sir. I don't think so. I mean, at the end of the day, we was going to play our brand of ball, and I feel like Ryan did a really great job. He stepped up for us and stuff like that. But I do wish we would have had DJ out there. Just another body, bigger guy. You know what I'm saying? And but we wish him. I wish him my condolences and stuff like that. So he's just in the treatment room getting ready, and hopefully he'll be back next week.
They racked up some of those explosives we talked about earlier, but you all held your ground and got a couple late 3-and-outs. Team went for it on 4th down, and you all are able to get the stops. What do you think it says about the defense that you all are able to kind of answer the call when needed?
I just feel like it's just like we all play for each other at the end of the day. And Coach White made a really great point yesterday. He was talking about if the Kentucky strip from my chest and my nameplate strip from my back, play for your brother standing to the right and left, you wearing blue. And I feel like at the end of the day, we all just play with fast. We all play fast. We all play physical, and I mean we all want to play for one another, and that's our biggest edge.